Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to Read Aloud's recording. My name is Natalia Razavon, and I'm a tech integrator in Racine Unify, mostly for elementary schools, Mitchell, and the B Center. So today I'm going to be showing you the easiest and most effective way to record a read aloud. So the first thing I want to do, you guys, is making sure that everybody's here and I have everybody's attendance. So if you haven't typed your name on the chat, please do so at this time. I'm also going to try to do an attendance application that I have here, but sometimes it's not the most efficient one. So if you add your name, that would be amazing. At the end of this session, I'm also going to give you a link for you guys to fill out so you actually get a certificate. So that will be also another proof of attendance to this PD. Fantastic. Okay, so the first thing that I want to share with everybody, today I'm by myself. So when I'm going to be checking the questions, I'm going to be stopping back and forth. First thing I want to share with you is what can we use to do read aloud with our students when they are at home. So the first thing that we are going to do is I want to share with you the resources that we already have in Racine Unify. So when you guys open your ClassLink application and you sign into your ClassLink, the first thing that you will be able to see are the applications that you already have downloaded to your screen. I have 1,000 applications. I may need to erase some of them since I don't use them, but I also add little folders, and that's how I organize myself. So like I have this folder that I made in my ClassLink, and I can teach you how to do that in a little bit, but I have this folder where I put all my reading applications that I have here. So something for the early learners that you can use are the Raskit, the Tumble books, and you also can use the Racine Public Library. Something that a lot of people doesn't know is that all the students in Racine Unify have access to the public library with their student ID. If you do not have a library card, a student can use the student ID. However, we as an adults, we do not have an e-number linked to the Racine Public Library, so we will have to use our own personal ID card. So that's the first thing. Second thing I want to share with you is Raskit. Raskit is one of my favorite applications to use with any age students. So actually, Raskit is an application that we all have. I know a lot of people in the early learners don't use it, but I'm going to show you how to use it right now. And another one that we have is Tumble books. So Tumble books have awesome audio videos that the students can actually use at home without the need of you guys to be recording the read alouds. So they can use those. However, if you prefer to record it, I will show you how to do that as well. So I'm going to start with Raskit. So first thing that you need to do when you are doing a read aloud is identify, obviously, what book you want to read. But when you're recording yourself using Google Meets, because that's what we're going to be using today, you need to make sure that you have everything ready and set to go. So I have used Raskit through my whole career as a teacher. Some of you may not have it. So when we click the class link, it's going to take you to this page. We are not kids, so we don't do the kids login. We need to do the member login. If you do not have a member login, sometimes something that you can do, I have my member login, but if you don't have it, if you don't remember, you can click in forget your password and they will send it to your account. If after you do that, it doesn't happen, you do not get anything on your account, then you're going to need to contact Janelle Dicker and let her know that your RAS Kids is deactivated, and it's probably because you have never used it. So that's something that you want to do. So right now I have my account. Unfortunately, ClassLink doesn't link it directly right now, just because everybody has their personal. It's not like the one-on-one that we usually have with ClassLink. So when I get here to RAS Kids have amazing things and amazing resources that you can use. Something that I will use with early learners. I mean, you can go through genre, you can go through fiction, no fiction. I usually will go to all level books, because in that sense, I will be able to find books that are easier for early learners, as you can see here. So they go from the level AA or the level Z2. Obviously, with the early learners, we're probably going to focus on these levels. However, if you're doing a read aloud, you probably can do, a higher level yourself. So what am I going to do is I'm going to identify the book that I want. Let me do the birthday party. And I already have a pre-recorded one that I did before I started today. So you guys see how it's going to be. Today, I'm going to teach you how to probably upload it to the Google Classroom as well. So it's easier for you to transfer it and to actually share it with the students. I also can teach you how to share it via email. All right, so I have the book here. In RAS Kids, when you sign in, you also have the ability to do all these things with a book. You can print it. So when you decide to print it for a student, like let's say on the fall when we come back, hopefully, then you can print it side to side, single. You can do fold only double book. You can do a pocket book when they are like tiny little. But today, for the purpose of this training, what we're going to do is we're going to do a projectable. So I'm going to have the projectable book right here. So as you can see, I can preview the book. I can either have it this way or I can have it full screen. And again, you will see, the birthday party, blah, blah, blah. You have it ready. We have the guests, the balloons, blah, blah, blah. So that's something that you guys will know how to do. Now, I want to share with you something that I did on before. So this is my read aloud that I recorded. And when I record my read aloud, I did it with Google Meet. So I'm going to give you the example. I already showed you the book that I have preview. I'm going to show you the final product. Then I'm going to show you how to do it. So in the meantime, before I started, is any questions that you guys may have? Feel free. No, everybody's good? Otherwise, type it on the chat box and I will respond to it. So I have this one right here. How do students log in? So that's a fantastic question. Students will be logging in with the student number and they will do it as, it's a video that I think I share with a lot of people about how to log in the ClassLink application. So if they have a computer, they will open a new browser. They will go to Racine Unified Online Technology, and they will be able to do it. Jennifer, if you remind me at the end of the session, I will share those videos with you guys. So when they log in, all these applications will be open to them. But remember, these applications are because I already download them to my ClassLink. What we want to do is the kids to be able to hear and listen to read aloud. So right now, I have this book I recorded, and I want you guys to tell me, sometimes it's hard for you guys to hear. I don't know if it's going to work.
Abby and Dot. Abby and Dot.
So I have myself here recording myself. I have the book. I'm reading it. Are you guys able to hear it? Can you please put yes in the chat box? So you can hear it. I'm reading it. I recorded. The students can see my face. I probably should pick a better place for, thank you. I got it now. I should better pick a better place for lining since it looks very dark. Okay, so this is my book that I recorded. Now, how am I going to do this? The first thing that you need to do is to have your book ready to read. So why? Because today I'm not teaching you programs where you're going to be able to edit your videos. I'm going to be teaching you the most simple way for you guys to do it. Something that you probably can do today. You can, hit like 5 books and get them ready for next week. So I have my book. I'm actually gonna go from the beginning. I'm gonna have it ready. Remember that when we are doing this, we are dealing with multiple tabs on the top. As you can see, I have multiple tabs on the top, and you need to make sure what tab is what. So right now, this is the video I show you. I'm probably gonna take it out of there so I don't get confused myself. I'm gonna also take out anything that I do not need at this point. I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna leave this too because this is something that I need to share with you guys at the end of the session. But at this point, if I'm recording my read aloud, the only tabs that I should have open will be my book, okay? So then I have it ready to record. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be opening my calendar. And you will say, why? I'm opening my calendar because I'm going to create a meeting, but it's only for myself. Why? Because that's how I'm going to be recording my book. So I'm going to go to my calendar, and you can create it for any day, anytime. The important thing that you know is what you're going to be doing. So I'm actually going to put it, I know this time already passed, but I'm going to name it Read Aloud Practice, for example, right? Why do I need to do this? Because I need to add a Google Meet video conference. That's what I need to add. That's the reason I'm going straight to my calendar. So you either can do it right straight here, or you can go to More Options. Remember, the way to access the calendar is the same way we access all of our applications through the class link. The other way that you can access your calendar is through your Gmail. So I have it right here, and then I'm going to click on this blue button, and this is brand new. They just changed it and make it blue, where it says Add Video Conference. When I do that, immediately creates an address. I do not need the address because I'm not sharing it with no one. That address is only for me to be able to create my video. So I have it right here. I do not need to invite no one. I'm just going to save it. It doesn't matter how much time you add. It doesn't matter. The important thing is that when I save it, I click that Join Meeting. Then it's going to be popping out the same way that you guys join any meetings. So I have it right there, perfect. Then I need to make sure my camera and microphone are on this time, because remember, I'm going to be recording myself. Then I'm going to do Join the Meeting, and you can see my face. Then I need to make sure I do the Present Now. You need to make sure why you're presenting, right? So most of the time I click on the entire screen. If I do a window, it's going to ask me specific what window do I want. Oops. And if I do a Chrome tab, I think that would be the best one. Obviously, like I say, you won't have this overwhelming amount of tabs open. You're probably only gonna have your meeting. You're probably gonna have the Racine Unified because maybe that's the way you access it, or you may have your Gmail. I do have this massive amount because I need to be working, multitasking at the same time. So I have my birthday party right here, my RAS Kids. I recognize it because I recognize the symbol. I'm gonna click right there. Then I'm going to do share. So now you will be able to, actually, I'm gonna go back to my meeting. I'm presenting, and actually the first thing I should do before I do that is to click on the three dots here on the bottom, and then I need to make sure I do record the meeting. So you don't want a lot of back and forth, and you do not want a lot of like, I don't know what to do first, or maybe standing here and looking at myself. You need to make sure that you click on the record meeting and you have the book ready to start sharing with everybody. So when I click record meeting, it's gonna ask me for a consent most of the time. If you guys join any of our meetings, you will notice when you join that it says this meeting is being recorded. That means it's kind of like a consent that you are recording. Obviously, at this time, the consent is only for yourself because you are not inviting anyone, unless maybe you want do a team reading aloud where I read a part and my friend read another part. But I highly suggest you, to do it yourself at this point. Then I'm gonna say accept. You can see the bottom here on the top that says recording. I hear that. Then I can start. The birthday party. The birthday party. I have some words here, boys and girls. We have the guest, and you can actually play with the screen. You can do this, like make it bigger. The balloons. Ooh. The hats. The gifts. The cake. The singing. The candles. The birthday party. Then I go back and I stop presenting, but I also stop recording. So that's the one that you want to do. You want to do the stop recording. Now, I record my video. I'm ready to go. How you do the zooming? Great question. So I grab, as you can see, and I'm going to try to grab a bigger arrow here. If I can find it. No, I cannot find it right now. But you can see my arrow going on my face. I have it here on my nose, right? So what you do is you grab your two fingers and you put it on the trackpad. And whatever part you want to make bigger, you expand it. So if I want it to be by my eye, obviously it's not going to work because, oh, maybe it does. So I can do this. Look at that. Oh, maybe I want to make it bigger right here. So I expand it with my two fingers, make it bigger and make it smaller. Because if I do the three dots on the top, I will expand the whole thing, not specifically the parts that I want to expand. Great question. All right. So right now you may say, okay, you did the recording. Fantastic. Where is it? I'm going to get out of this meet because this is not the meet that I'm with you guys. This is the meet that I create to do my recording. So I'm just going to hang up. See ya. I have my calendar, and this is the one that I'm here with you. Again, where is that recording, Natalia? Where did it go? When you do a recording using your Meet, you are going to be getting an email letting you know that you have recorded a meeting. Mine is not ready yet. I can see that I do not have my recording ready, so I have to wait for that to come. Another way to find that record meeting is going to be on your drive. So I have my drive here. I'm going to click on my drive, and meetings that have been recorded are going to be showing you guys on your drive under a folder. So I'm going to go to my drive, and I'm going to go to a folder right here on the bottom called Meet Meetings. And I've been so much in this Meet recordings right here. So I can see them right there. So what is this folder? Everything that I record on my meetings are going to be showing right here. So I have done training with you guys, and I usually try to record all my trainings. So they will be right here. As you can see, the book that I showed you earlier is right here. I'm gonna get this one off. So it's right here. The book is right here. So I can actually play it from my, not the one that I just recorded, but the one that I previously recorded for you guys to see it. So it's right there. I have my read aloud.
Abby and Dot.
Blah, blah, blah. So I have it. I listen to it. It looks fantastic. I'm ready to share this book with my students. So what do I do next? I'm going to go to the three dots here on the top where it says more actions. So remember, the first thing after you record, obviously you need to be a little patient. Wait for the book to download. I feel like my new book is right here. I want to show it to you. No, it's not yet. All right, that's okay. So I'm right here. You need to locate the book. The book is going to be on your drive. I'm repeating the steps so you guys remember. So I go to my drive. Then I'm going to go to a folder called Meet Recordings. Sometimes when you are a part of a meeting and the person recorded, they will be showing right there too. So like if I record this meeting and you were added to my calendar, not this one because I didn't add anyone to my calendar, but let's say I add you to my calendar, then you will get that recording right there in that folder. So Meet Recordings, that's where I'm going to find my read alouds that I'm going to be recording. Click on it. Then I'm going to find my book. Oh, it's right here. I'm going to click it. You can play and preview it. We already did that. Then I'm going to go to my three dots where it says more actions. So I'm going to go to my three dots. On my three dots, I'm going to have this menu right here. What I need to make sure is that this book is shareable. I can share it with parents, I can share it in my classroom, I can share it everywhere. So a lot of people, when they create videos and stuff like that, they forget this very important step. And what happened is that the parents cannot see it, the students cannot see it, and that's when we start having all these questions. Does Google automatically create this folder for you, then send the videos to it? Yes. So Google create that folder for you. You're going to find it in your drive. And then all the videos that are recorded on your Google Meets will be showing right there. If you are part of someone's meeting, like I create the meeting and I invite you in my calendar, not like I give you the link the way that I did it today, because what I did is I send you guys the link, then you are going to get a copy of that recording. Okay, so that's one of the things. Does the Meet recordings folders? Yep, so that's the same one. Yep, so automatically is created. Again, so I go to the three dots. I go to the share button. I'm going to click the share. And when I click share, this window is going to be popping. There are a couple things that I want you to be aware here. The first one is telling you that the settings right here is the part that you can change your restrictions on how to share, download, copy, control, blah, blah, blah. So this is also something that Google has been changing in the last week. So then the next thing I need to do, obviously I'm the owner. If I add someone here with a specific name, what is going to happen is they're going to have direct access to my drive. Sometimes they will be able to edit my book or my read aloud or my recording based on the rights that I do. So today I'm going to teach you how to share the link. So the link can be shared via email, via text, via whatever way you want it. Obviously, we are trying to learn to use the Google Classroom, and I'm going to show you how to do it that way. If you look over here, it says get the link. anyone on the internet with the link can view it. It's automatically like that because I did change it before I share it with you guys today. Because remember, this is my old book that I reviewed before. Since I haven't had the new one yet, the new one is not ready for me to preview, so I have to be patient and wait. So when you open, actually, you know what? I just saw it. Look at here. I went to my email and look at what it says here. Meet recording. This is the address that the recording shows on. So I'm actually going to show you with this one because this is the one that is restricted. By default, everything that we do in our Google accounts are restricted, meaning that we cannot share it with people outside of the domain, and the domain is the RUSD. Okay, so just to make sure. No, videos can be sent. Someone else can videos only be sent through a Google account. Is based on the permissions that you give. So I'm gonna show you that right now. So this is my new video that I just record with you guys today. Sometimes they allow you to on the top that right says recording. I hear that. Then I can't start. So again, birthday party. This is extra stuff that I was saying to you guys, but obviously, you know, you go straight. So you do the click, you hear that recording, you immediately move to the new page. The birthday party. You record it. Oh, I have it here. I preview it. Fantastic. That looks fabulous. Something you want to do. Okay, I got it right there. So first things first, this is on my email. Okay, this is the one. Remember, it's also on my drive. This is the name. So again, when I go to my drive and I'm going to use the new one, since the new one is already downloaded and you can see it right here, I click on it. I'm gonna go on the top that says, I'm gonna go to my 3 dots. I'm gonna go to share, 3 dots on share. And when I'm right here, this is the part that my other video didn't have because I have it done ahead of time. Look at what it says, restricted. Only people added can open this link, and it's only people in Racine Unify. So again, like Catalina doesn't want to share it only with people in Racine Unify just because she actually want to share it with her parents, and obviously no, all the kids' parents work in Racine Unify. So this is what we need to change. When I click right there in Racine Unify, look at what it says, change the link options. Yep, I got it. I want to change it. I want to make sure that anyone with the link can open it. Not only people in Racine Unify. I don't want to be restricted to 1 or 2 people. I want anyone with the link able to open. So I'm going to click right there. Now, you can see that anyone with the link, anyone on the internet with this link can view it. I have the link right here. Something that I can do is I can click right there, click, and the link is already copied. Then I say done. Now, how do I share this? The first thing I'm going to show to you is Google Classroom. Why? Next week, I'm going to be teaching a class. I will be sending you the invitation on Google Classroom only for early learners. Because I know we have had many questions about Google Classroom is only for high school. Google Classroom is only for big kids. I'm going to be showing you tricks and ideas on how you actually can do Google Classroom with little kids. So I will be sending that invitation at the end of this week. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I actually want to go through my class link. I'm going to go to my Google Classroom, click right there. It's opening up. Mine may take a little longer to open up because I have 1,000 classes. You guys may not. I'm going to go to my class that I have right here. And then there are several ways that you can share on your classroom. You can share it on the stream. I'm always suggesting teach the kids to go through the class, but it's your personal choice. Then I can actually add it as a material. I can add it as an assignment. I actually gonna do as a material, and I'm going to say birthday party read aloud. Okay, so sometimes you may ask, okay, well, the kids cannot read, they're 3 and 4. So you all need to have a parent. Something that I also going to be teaching in my Google class for early learners is use no verbal cues. So in this case, I like to use emojis. So maybe I want to use like a book for them to know that that's a read aloud. Then I'm gonna go to, obviously, if they cannot read and you want them to be as most independent as possible, if you want the first one, do it with your parents so you can actually read the instructions so the parents can walk the kids through the process. I always feel like with younger learners, yes, we want them to be independent, but that first time that you do anything, an adult has to be giving them the instructions and the directions. That's, I guess my personal opinion. But anyway, so we're gonna go here, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the add button. So when I go to the add button, I'm going to go to my Google Drive because that recording is going to be on my Google Drive. Here for this recording, I do not have a choice. It's going to be on my Google Drive. So I go there. Now, remember that the first window that open up is the recent window, and that will open things that you just did. In this case, I just record this, so it's going to be the first thing that I open. If I have record this yesterday and I open another 20,000 documents today, this is not going to be showing right here, and I have to go search for it. So I would have to go to my drive, and then on my drive, I would have to go find my mid recordings. And then from my mid recordings, I will find it right there. But again, I'm lucky because I have it right there in recent. I'm gonna click. When I click on it, it turns like highlighted blue, and then you can click add. Most of the time, I don't do that. What I do is I double click it, and it will automatically add it to my kids. So my video is right there. I have the title. It goes to all my students. You can actually differentiate. Maybe you want to read different books for different kids. So maybe I want John, Penny, and Luis to listen to this book. And then I want, Maria, Simon, and Antoinette to read this other book. So things like that you can take in consideration when you're doing this. You can pick topics. I think if you have done a class, you have learned how to do this. Maybe I'm going to add reading, and then I'm gonna post it. So now you have shared your read aloud with your kids on your Google Classroom. So that's way number 1 to share it. I'm gonna teach you way number 2. Way number 2 is via email. So via email, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna compose a normal email. Maybe I want to send it to my parents. So something that you do, you can say read aloud book, and then you can name it birthday party. And I have it right there. When you're sending an email to your parents, to anyone outside of the domain, you have to be very, very careful with privacy issues, okay? So when you're sending an email, I highly suggest not to send it through the to. What you're gonna do is you need to make sure that you turn the blank carbon copy, okay? And that's how you're going to email the people. So when I put the BCC, I can start adding the emails right there. So I'm going to send my personal account. You can put any address, it doesn't matter. And what we do here, you can type the email, dear parents, attached you will find a read aloud to share with your children. Thank you. love you all, blah, 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 whatever you want to put. And then what you do is, do you remember that we have the link copy? You can actually paste it right here. So how do I paste it? I go to my computer, I type Control V. Why? Because it's already copied. So let's see, Control V, here is the address. So I'm gonna highlight it and I'm going to activate that link. How do I activate the link? I go to the side paper clip here on the bottom, not the real paper clip, but the one that is sideways. That paper clip is to activate a link. So I'm gonna click right there. And when you activate a link, you know it's active because it turned out blue. And you can see that now it says view and sharing. So you can do that. I'm going to be adding a cherry on the top. If you don't know how to do this, you actually can change this loan address for a name. So what you do is you click right there, you click on the link, and it says change. So I actually can click right there, and you see here where it says text to display. I don't want to be displaying that address. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it, I'm going to erase it, and I'm going to name it the book. I'm going to name it Birthday Party Read Aloud. Okay? Then I have it, and look at what happened. It changed the address for the name of the book. You can test it. You can actually click there, and then it's going to take you to the address. And look at what's going to happen. It's going to take me to the book, to the Read Aloud, and it's right there, and they can play it. So that's a way to share it. And then click send, and you are good to go. So that's a way to share your book via email, or you can share it via Google Classroom. Something that I do sometimes is like I have, let's say, the text message of my parents. So what I do is I still share it via email with myself. So what I do is I go here. I'm not going to put the blank copy because I'm going to send it to myself. Natalia Rasavon RUSD. I send it to me. Then when I get my phone, oops, and I'm having you guys at the same time on the chat so I can read the questions. You get the email on your phone and you can copy that link and send it in a text message. So in that case, you're not typing HTTP and then forgetting what all those letters are. Okay. Yes, Carly, I'm going to be sending this video to you guys on how to get this done, but I also going to send you resources on how to share the video. So it's not forgettable because again, yeah, so thank you. Yeah, I'm going to be sending the steps. Fantastic. All right, so I shared that. We have it ready, good to go, perfect. Something else that I want to show you is how to use other resources. So let's say I do not want to do Raskits. I'm not familiar with it, but I'm familiar with Tumble Books. So again, I'm going to go to my Tumble Books. Guys, something that I want to remember to tell you is if you go through here and you don't see Raskits, you don't see Tumble Books, what you do is you go to the top here, what is it, Resin Unify, and you're going to find this plus right here. This plus is the plus that is going to allow you to look in the Resin library for the applications that you may not have added to your class link. So I'm going to type Tumble Books. Obviously, mine is going to be showing. So there are different Tumble Books. So you need to make sure that you add the right one. So I usually use the Tumble Books right here, the web link. So if you click right there, it's going to take you right here. Mine said remove because I already have it added to my class link. But you actually will have something here say add. So when you click add, will be added to your class link, and most of the time will be added at the end. So you have to be checking for those things. All right, so I'm going to click on my Tumble Books. As I say before, Tumble Books have a lot of like already read alouds, books that are already ready to read. Look at Read Along of the Day. So if you click on any of the books, you will find them right here. You will find different resources. I feel like these ones are chapter books. So I don't know if you do want to do something like that with your kids. I know, for example, since my kids were little, we usually did chapter books and we read a little pieces like before going to bed. So I don't know. It's depending on your class, your ideas, things like that. Oh, I have a great question right here. Crystal, and actually Amanda has one before. Can you also give us how to show our parents to get into? Yes. So Amanda, remind me when I'm done here. At the end, I'm going to be sharing with you how to access the Google Classroom. I have created a couple videos, how to access the Google Classroom or how to access all the ClassLink applications in from a computer, and also how to access them via smart devices, because it's a little tricky and it's different. They have to do it through the ClassLink, and they wouldn't need to download the ClassLink application. So I have those videos in English and in Spanish, and I will add them to the end of the conversation. I can also going to be emailing you guys all those resources, maybe by the end of the day today or by tomorrow. Then Crystal also has a great questions. You know, if you're teaching in Spanish in a dual language classroom, these kids are learning everything in Spanish. Can I do it in Spanish? Absolutely. So the cool thing is that Tumble Books have Spanish read alouds, and also RAS Kids have a whole list of books in Spanish as well. So I will show you right now. When you go here, and you see now I'm like blank on how to find the Spanish books. Let me go back home. English right here. See, it's right here where it says language. You can actually choose Spanish. So what it's going to do, look at that. It brings me to a whole library of Spanish books, and the RAS Kids is also in Spanish. So like if I go back to my RAS Kids, I will find the Spanish books on the resources. You can actually go to Spanish level books. If you are teaching French, be my guest and do French as well. So I guess that will be really good for middle school teachers. So we have it right here, and look at that. You have all the libros en español that you can read to your students. So we do have a lot of resources here in Racine Unified. Unfortunately, we have never really thought all the cool things that we have. So, but that's what I'm here for. All right, so I do have the books here, and you need to make sure that you find a book that is suitable for your students. Maybe, and I don't know how big these books are. So look at this. You can have the Véalo en línea, but these books, when you have a Véalo en línea, they already have a video. So you may... So something that you want to do is like you either can push it that way to your kids, you can share it through via link, via Google Classroom, whatever, or you can record them. What would you do is that you make sure that you shut off the microphone here on the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see it here. I cannot actually maximize that part, but I have the microphone here on the bottom, and then when I shut it off, the book will play for me without reading. So I can say como un reloj. Cada mañana a la misma hora, Chocolate se despierta. So what is the purpose? You will say, what is the purpose? It's already reading it for them. You give a familiar voice to the kids, and they will see your face. They will see your face. They will see your voice. That's going to give them a little level of comfort. And that's also part like of the social emotional learning part, being able to see your teacher doing it for you. So you either can choose do it yourself and read it to the kids, or you can just record this and maybe make the faces. Okay, so things like that. So you can do that. That's an example of things that you can do. I have it maximized to the biggest. I'm gonna go back to the English page. Because some of the books in Tumble Books will be videos like this that they are super cool for the kids to use. But there are also books when they only have the reading and you will be able to read it to them. So I'm gonna just click on any book. So look at this. You say read online. You can add it to your favorites. They also have a bunch of things that you can do with them. Some of them, like I say, this one has like the automatic play. You can add notes. This is a little bigger for the audience that we actually have in here. So we are gonna go back and we're gonna try to find books that are a little better for our kids. So as you can see here on the top, we find a bunch of different ones. We have storybooks, we have read-alongs, ebooks, novels, blah, blah, blah. And again, we have the Spanish ones here. So let me go to the storybooks. Abigail on the Well, oh, maybe this one, Angus, read online. Let's see what this one does. Again, they give you the manual, they give you the start playing. You can adjust the volume and do all that. And again, how am I going to do that? I'm actually going to do it manually. I can see it right here. I'm going to go to, and you don't need to create new links every time. So when I'm in my Google Classroom, right, I create this one called the Read Aloud Practice. I can go back on that one again. I maybe want to create new links just to differentiate. Maybe instead of naming it Read Aloud, something that you can do is actually name the title of the book so you know what kind of read aloud it is. So let me go back to my Angus All Aglow. So I'm going to name it that way. I'm going to name it Angus All Aglow. Okay, read aloud. And then I go to the meeting again. I need to make sure that I have my camera and microphone on. This is the time where you want to have them on. When you are joining a real meeting, you can shut them off, but at this time you actually want to have them off. I want to make sure that I have no questions. Then again, I'm going to go to present. I need to make sure I have the present now. I'm going to choose my Chrome tab. In this case, I want to do the specific Chrome tab because I want to choose. Oh, now I don't know which one is the one. Oh, here, I see this symbol. So I want to make sure. No, not that one. Angus. So it's the one with the earth. So I need to make sure right here. I got it. Then I'm going to say share. Then I need to go back. And then I know that I'm presenting. And I know that when the recording goes, it's not going to be showing this screen because I set it up automatically for that screen. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to erase this one. So in that case, I know. Okay. Then what I do is I go to the three dots. Then I click record meeting. I accept it because it's only myself. Angus all aglow. Oh, and I forget to turn it off the volume. So you need to make sure about all these things before you start the recording. In Tumble Books. Blah, blah, blah. The rainbow sequence of his sister's tutu. The sun reflection on Baker Leg's summer. The diamond stood on the collar of his dog, Sherlock. Blah, 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 etc., etc. I record my book. I come over here and I stop recording. So remember, when I stop recording, the video is going to be processing and then it's going to be saved into my drive. And I also going to get a notification telling me that the book has been recorded. So those are a couple things that you need to keep on mind. How do I know the recording is there? Like I have my email right here. It says 10 emails. Maybe when it turns into 11, I will know. I'm gonna hang up here because again, this is my recording and then you guys are right here. So those are a couple things to remember. We have about 10 minutes. I don't know if you guys have any questions. Otherwise, I would like to teach you something really exciting. And that exciting part is going to be something that I also going to be complementing on my Google Classroom that I'm going to be teaching next week. So next week, I'm planning to teach a Google Classroom class on Monday, I believe. Let me check my calendar just to make sure that I'm not lying to you guys. So I have a class on Monday from 1 to 2, and then I'm going to do the same exact class on Friday, 9 to 10. So you guys gonna have two choices of that class. Something that I wanna show you that is very, very exciting. Is everybody good with that? And I have my, yep, okay, perfect. So something that I want to show you is like for you guys, something I have got questions from early learner teachers is like, again, my kids don't know how to read, Google Classroom, this and that. How can I show them a way, kind of like a whiteboard, or maybe a way that I can teach or record or do this and that? So something that I want to show is we have something new and it's called Jamboard. And you may say, Natalia, what is that? Oh, look, my recording is here. Maybe not. All right, so when I'm in any of the Google products, you guys always, I refer this as the waffle. You will be able to find all the Google products through the waffle. So I'm gonna click my waffle and you're gonna come down here and you're gonna be finding something called the Jamboard. Okay, so the Jamboard is kind of like a whiteboard that we can utilize. I have a couple practice one. You can actually come to the bottom here and click plus, new jump. So something that I can do there, it's kind of like a whiteboard. And I will be able to do the exact same thing that I did with the read alouds. I will go, I record myself to the calendar, and then you actually can record yourself here using, they have like a pen, marker, crayon, highlighter, brush, whatever you want to. And then you can say 1 plus 1. And I don't know if that's too high also for little ones, but at least it's something that you can play with. You can also add pictures or images, sticky notes. You can point a highlighter, like right here, you guys. And then we have number 2. Let's draw 2 things. So this is a little extra that is not part of this class, but I just want to show it to you. Right there. And you will be able to use this the same way. You will record, you choose the Chrome tab where your Jamboard is, you name it numbers, whatever you want to name it, and you have it right there. So this is what I have for you guys today. I'm going to be sharing with you, if you guys would like to get your certificate of attendance, make sure that you fill out this. It's really quick, your email address, so the certificate will go your way. Your name, the name that you wanted to be showing on the certificate. So if my name is Natalia Rasawan and you put only Natalia is going to be showing on the certificate. So make sure you put everything and the date that we complete this training. So it's going to be today. I'm sharing this with you because maybe some people wasn't able to come to this training and they're gonna need to finish this later on their own time. So feel free to fill this out. I'm going to put the link on the chat. Right here for you guys to fill out. So you just click right there. It's gonna take you straight to the form. I'm also going to be sending all of you the resources of today. So Amanda, I'm going to be sending those videos on how to access the Google Classroom. And I'm also going to be sending these quick how to share your video, because sometimes, you know, we forget. It's a lot of information in less than an hour to remember. So I want to share it with you. And so my coronavirus folder. And then my read aloud. So I will be sharing this with you, where it has step by step on how to share your read aloud video with parents, with whoever you want to. Is there any other questions? So right there is step 1, step 2, step 3, 4, and 5. All right, so this is all I have for you today. I will make sure, I will make sure you guys to send you your resources. Your certificate will be sent right after this. And thank you so much for attending today. It's always a pleasure to see you all. And let me know if you guys have any other questions. Otherwise, you're free to go.